Hey gamers, it's Kwing here. Welcome to another Game Nights video review. This time we have an in-depth look at new Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo Wii. It's been almost 18 years since Mario starred in his own console platforming adventure. But does the series remain true to the classic platforming Mario games, or is this a poison mushroom for the series? Well, you'll have to tune in to find out, won't you? Our story begins with Peach celebrating her birthday when a strange cake suddenly appears. Without any warning, the Koopalings and Bowser Jr. kidnap Peach again. It's up to Mario, Luigi, and Toads to save her? That can't be right. New Super Mario Bros. Is a 2.5D platforming adventure game starring Mario, Luigi, and heroic Toads. I know. In case you've been living under a rock, this is a sequel to the new Super Mario Bros. On the DS. An amazing game, by the way. This game follows the same basic layout of the first game. Classic Mario fans are also going to notice a lot of fan service from past Mario games, like Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World. For example, the world map combines elements from both Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World, while mini-bosses roam the map just like in Super Mario Bros. 3, and award the player with 3 mushrooms after they defeat them. The mushroom huts are scattered across the worlds, giving rare items, doing a variation of the matching game, and earning free guys by way of a cannon. This game offers 3 modes of play. Story mode can be played solo, or you can team up with 3 of your friends. Free play mode has players verse one another, and the winner is scored by how many coins and kills they have. The last mode is coin battle, and pits players against one another to see who gets the most coins. Pretty simple if you think about it. New to Super Mario Bros. Besides the simultaneous multiplayer is the Super Guide, Rescue Toad, carry other players, and 3 new items. Super Guide occurs up to World 8. If the players have died 8 times in a row, then Luigi appears and shows the player how to beat that level, although this doesn't work in the castle stages. Being able to carry your fellow players, or in this case my wife, added a new dimension to the gameplay and the Mario franchise as a whole. A more skilled player can carry another player to safety, or players can showcase their dark side and toss your friend to their demise. After beating the first dungeon of every world, players are given the option of rescuing a Toad on a random level that you defeated. The items in this game are both fantastic and unique as well. The propeller suit allows characters very limited flight compared to the feather or super cape, and this item causes your characters to turn in the air. The ice flowers is the reverse of the fire flower and became one of the most used items throughout the adventure. The last item is the penguin suit, which gives players not only ice powers, but being able to swim under the water and do better on the ice stages. Still, the overall concept of this game is to defeat the many different castles, face Bowser Jr., and save Peach. All in the day's work for our mighty plumbers and Toads. Now, the gameplay for this game is great and can be played holding the Wiimote NES style or plugging in a nunchuck controller. Although I advise playing it NES style, it's just so nostalgic. Since this is Mario, I'm not going to go into extreme detail how to use the controls. The guy's been around long enough, and this game goes back to what made Mr. Plumber the legend he is today. Each level has Mario and company making their way through the side-scrolling levels, collecting coins, stomping enemies, and even rescuing Toads. Just about every level has checkpoints to make the road a lot easier. After defeating 4 levels, players must then enter an enemy stronghold and defeat one of the many Koopalings in charge in order to unlock the next 4 levels. The formula keeps repeating, although the second castle is usually the hardest, and occasionally before entering the next world, players must survive a doomed ship encounter. Kind of like Super Mario Bros. 3 boss stages. Still, the most intriguing aspect of the game is allowing players to play the game simultaneous with your friends and family. Now that gets hectic and fun. Alrighty, let's get the bad stuff out of the way, shall we? And no, it doesn't have to do with the fact that there's no online play. That's just being a whiny baby. Even though this game is so well made, doesn't mean that there isn't some issues with it. When playing co-op, the other players have to keep following the skilled player, or face death off screen, which was hilarious when it happened to my wife. Being that I'm a mega fan of the 2006 DS game, I had some wicked high expectations for this game, and they weren't really met. Mainly, I just didn't like one of the new items. Instead of a propeller suit, why not bring back the feather or the cape? Or better yet, keep the propeller suit and give the gamer the option of finding classic Mario power-ups. One really great thing about the DS game was the ability for users to use items in the stages by clicking the item on the bottom half of the DS screen with the stylus. I was really hoping Nintendo would find some way to incorporate that feature using the Wiimote. Instead, they opted to use the traditional Mario Bros. 3 item selection screen on the world map only. This really annoys me, and I can't see how Nintendo can call this game New Super Mario Bros. When it's nothing like its predecessor other than its graphics and gameplay. In reality, the game is more like both Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World, which isn't really a bad thing because both are legendary games on their own. My final complaint has to do with the Toads themselves. Now, I'm all for playing the game with 4 other people, but Nintendo, you guys have lots of other characters that you could have used in this game instead of Toads. Like, we would have loved playing as Wario, Waluigi, Donkey Kong, and even Daisy would have been a better compromise. To me personally, that feels really lazy. Again, this is just minor complaints, but we feel somebody needed to address them. Luckily for New Super Mario Bros. For Wii, it has a football field of must-own qualities, and it seems to combine just about everything that you loved about the past Mario games from years of yore. Fans of Yoshi rejoice because he has returned in full force. While players can't bring Yoshi with them on the next stage, the levels you get to use him on are just incredible. Yoshi can eat enemies, jump super high, and proves how important he is to Mario and company once again. Like New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, we loved the music in this game too. It seemed to capture the emotion of the stages and even arrange some of Mario's classic tunes as well. The presentation and visual style in this game is downright epic and a joy to look at. We also enjoyed all the different looking worlds, and the enemies once again danced to the music. But my favorite design levels had to be when the player was under the water. For me, the water effects looked just amazing. Out of all the new powers, the one that I used the most was the penguin suit. This suit is the new frog suit of this generation, minus the super jumping, mind you. Still, being able to freeze stuff, slide on your belly, and swim under the water are all major strengths. Collecting star coins is now used to unlock movies in Peach's castle. They range from anything to showing you how to collect star coins, find secrets, unlimited 1-ups, and so much more. Still, the biggest strength for this game is playing it co-op with people. While I didn't really get a chance to play with 4 other people quite yet, I did play through most of the game with my wife. And I have to say that playing a Super Mario Bros. Game at the same time is a unique and wonderful experience. The thing we like the most about co-op is 2 things, really. Being able to carry the characters to safety, and the other character turning into a bubble so a more experienced gamer can pass the harder parts of the stage. All in all, this is an amazing Mario game, and I'm very pleased that Nintendo went back to Mario's platforming roots. While I don't think this game is better than the new Super Mario Bros. On DS, this game is still a must-own Wii game for this Christmas season. Mario's latest adventure has ultra-fantastic gameplay, co-op action with up to 4 players, beautiful graphics, a wonderful presentation, zany characters, great music and sound, 8 worlds, hidden surprises, and a lot of replay value. So Game Night's Entertainment gives New Super Mario Bros. For Wii an excellent 9.2 out of 10. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us here over at Game Nights. Thanks so much for watching another Game Nights video review. Keep it locked here for more of our hot developer interviews, trailers, gameplay vids, and don't miss our radio show every week. This is Kwing as always saying God bless and happy gaming. Until we meet again, gamers. See ya.